Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a video that I went back and forth all night long deciding whether we should make it or not. We discovered some things in the tractor taxi. You guys know that we went somewhere and paid someone to do some stuff installing the interior, or some lights and stuff like that in the truck and the flooring. And I'm never a person to ever bash anyone, and this isn't even a bashing video. This is more or less just bringing things to light and making other people aware that you should just check certain things in your truck after you have work done. If it's not a shop you've been to a lot, or if it's a new place. Not saying all shops are like this, by no means, like at all. I've been places that are top tier, and this is like bottom of the line work. I mean, there's just no excuses for this. So the tractor taxi, we had all these lights put in the truck, right? I supplied these lights from TRUX. Nothing wrong with these lights, okay? The headliner in the truck was drooping, so I had this place replace it with a nice chrome piece, and I'll show you that in a second. And it had quit working, so I pulled the headliner down and found this module that controls the LEDs inside of it, and it wasn't working. But this thing was so freaking hot you couldn't touch it. Well, you smell it, it smells like burnt wires. And I'm like, okay, so I'm looking, and I'm like looking for wire connectors. Everything's done. Well, this is how this thing was wired in my truck, right? It had electrical tape wrapped around it, but this is how it was wired, stripped and twisted together like a $2 wiring job, okay? This is for the headliner. Let me move over to the watermelons. Twisted together, no butt connectors with heat shrink, nothing in sight. All of them, everything on it. And then this was wrapped around here like so, just tied up and loose. Whenever I pulled this down, I just pulled that, look, I just pulled it off, right? So look, because there's no freaking connectors being used, all this stuff can just come right off. And at the end of the day, this stuff was wrapped in electrical tape to keep from making contact. But this is a fire hazard waiting to happen in a $300,000 truck. Okay, and not everyone's truck is that expensive that gets work done, you know, but center panel right here, beautiful, nice piece. Bruce Wilson tractor taxi, custom made. But again, everything was twisted together, no butt connectors in sight. And just to show you guys that we didn't take anything, bring it over here. I broke out butt connectors last night. I was so mad I was gonna fix it myself. But at this point, I'm just taking all this crap out of my truck, and I'm not putting any of it in there. So let's go in the truck and we'll start taking the lights out of it that I have not touched. And you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so this right here is the big piece that we had just put in the headliner, right? It looks freaking sick. It lights up blue and all that. It's got this RGB wire, and this is the stuff that was just twisted together, just like a 12-year-old, not a 2-year-old did this crap. Not a shop that you take your truck to, and it's supposed to be top-notch stuff. Sorry, excuse all the mess here, but like, all right, we're gonna pull these down together. You guys can see what I'm talking about here. The purpose of this video is to show you how not to wire something, and also for anyone that has had work done, check all your stuff, because I don't think this place is going to call people and tell them to check their trucks. Thankfully they use the actual pigtails here instead of cutting my factory harness. But look, like, we're not wiring a home, okay? Okay, so they wrapped it in electrical tape, great, so it doesn't touch. But at the end of the day, this is not custom, top of the line wire. This is custom, all right. Like, what is this? It's bull snot is what it is. I'd say let's check this one, but we already know the answer, right? We know it's gonna be exactly the same. Exactly the same. And look, like just absolutely hogged out, like all the factory interior pieces. Taking all the lights out of my truck. We're going to the Chrome Shop show, but we're not gonna have any interior lights, so I'm not gonna open the interior up. Same thing, same crap. And as like, okay, say I'm the owner of, I obviously own the tractor shop here, and I put guys in place to do certain jobs because I know they're gonna do the job right, okay? To where I don't have to go double check this stuff. But the fact that this is being blamed on a worker at the certain place, and the owner is just like, I'm sorry it happened, but I would look past that if I was the only truck that was ever worked on there. But I'm not. There are trucks going in and out of this place every day like this. This is what's leaving their place. How do you let that leave your custom shop and feel just okay with that? Like, how? Look at this, guys. Like, what is this? It's mind-blowing. And again, I'm not trying to make a bashing video here whatsoever. This is more or less that if you have had work done, check your stuff, because this right here will burn a truck to the ground. So this piece right here mounts up there just like that, where the factory headliner would be, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, I've had the headliner of this truck when I first bought it and did the cab lights, right? To pull this down, you take some of the stuff off up front, it takes like 30 minutes to do it right. You would think that to install this, you'd pull the headliner down, install it, put it back up, so you could support it other than just being through this really soft material. No. What do? We take random pieces of press board or whatever the stuff is, cut a huge hole in the headliner, and we'll just hopefully we'll shove it in there and hope that it finds this corner right here, and then we'll just screw to it. There was no exact engineering whatsoever. You got this huge piece. Where's the hole at? I could see having like a 4x4 square of this dead center on the corners, right? No. We just have whatever we could cut. And right there, a little piece on the corner. Right, you know, this is what's holding the whole headliner up in my truck, this crap. So how do, like, one day if I decide to sell this truck and someone has to redo the headliner, and they assume I've done all the work in this thing, which I may probably end up doing all the work moving forward, and this is what they pull out, and they're like, wow, that guy really just half-assed everything in the truck. So, more stuff coming out that's not going back in. Also, got this shifter plate thing here. Let's pull it out of here, because you know that the wiring for it is probably exactly the same. It's really cool. I like it. It lights up, change whatever colors. You know, this stuff is only as cool as it functions. If it burns the truck down, it ain't very cool, is it, Ryan?
No.
Well, that mystery wire goes somewhere. We definitely have to find that. Because you know, this is on some taped up bull crap right here. And you know for a fact that these are just twisty wired somewhere else. Like, this is crazy. Let's see where else it goes. I don't even know where this wire goes. There it is right there. It goes up into the back of the dash somewhere. What in the world, dude? There's a freaking bolt missing down here. Brand new freaking truck. I swear to God, if they cut my wiring, like the factory wiring, and rigged it, I'm gonna be an extra unhappy camper. Gunners, toy cars. Screw the floor at this point. This shit's coming out too. Where does this go? It goes right here. Get this plug out. Ready?
Yep.
You see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Here's how they tapped in to my wires in my factory wiring harness. Look at this. Hey, you know what? Instead of finding a power, let's just cut his factory wires, strip them back, and then put electrical tape around them. Sounds like a great idea. All right, so I'm gonna de-pin this, cut these wires, connect them with some butt connectors that are heat shrink style. This is just insane. Like, how does this even like, I don't even know. You know, at some point you can say, okay, well, my employee overlooked something, or I wasn't paying attention and my employee did something wrong. But when every single thing in the whole truck is wired like this, like a 2-year-old did it in his backyard. So at the end of the day, a lot of this boils down to, this is the connectors that should have been used everywhere in the whole truck for this being custom work and how much this shit costs. And, you know, it's just, I don't want to be that guy where I'm like, oh, I'm looking out for you all. But like, this is the kind of stuff that burns an entire truck down. And you know, for me, this truck is a toy and we just use it for YouTube videos. I mean, I'd be devastated too if this thing burned down, because I have so much money and a ton of money invested in this thing. It'd be detrimental. And for a lot of you guys that are out there on the road that are having these shops do stuff to your truck, you know, I'm not saying every shop is like this, by no means. I know amazing shops we work with. And you guys know who they are, that are just top notch out of Tennessee. Like, those are the places you should be taking your stuff to get work done. reason we had this one on floor to do it because we were in a rush here on the weekend and they were supposed to be good. But I just don't want to see someone else have a truck burned to the ground or something. And look at this right here, man. Like, they put the flooring in and took my seats out. Look, bolt's not even tightened down completely. It's like, how do you let something leave your shop that is like 100% subpar, like not even close to being where it should be? It's mind-blowing to me. Butt connectors in here, heat shrink those. I put heat shrink around them to protect anything. So we should be good. I'm gonna run that back through the dash, or my 12-volt plug hooked back up. I don't think there's anything else they've really touched other than the flooring. And the more I look at it, it looks nice, but like everything about it has just been done so terrible. Like, no extra time was taken to fix anything right other than just rush job, rush, get it out the door. Yeah, so we can poke this thing back through the hole here. Plug her in. All right, put this dash back together. We're gonna have to find some more screws since we've got some missing. Lovely. I don't know what else there is to check really, other than I have my truck that looks like a $2 piece of junk now. Look at that one, nothing different. Hell, even these wires ain't even taped up. Alright, take stuff off, nothing's bolted down correctly.
What about that piece on the floor? Was that the original piece on the floor? You just put stuff on it?
No, the original piece was carpet, thick padding. They had this wire just ran underneath the floor.
Just laying under that hardwood floor?
Yeah.
That's a fucking fire hazard right there for sure. It's just, you can fucking put ends on there. I mean, you could put a pink pin on that and put it right there too. And a blue one on here and a pink one on here. I mean, these wires ain't that big. These things weren't pre-wired either, were they? Is this something he put on here?
Yeah, he makes these things. He makes all this plastic. All right, guys, we made it down here to the 75 Chrome shop. We're gonna get these trucks unloaded, start cleaning them up, and got our boy Donnie down here. But this will all be in tomorrow's video. We're gonna be banging them out like every day if we can. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Comment down below. What would you do in my situation? Few insights. The total bill for everything we had done was like $3,400 bucks. They refunded me like $800 for the lighting and stuff. But like, as you guys seen, like everything we've come across in the whole job was just very subpar. So if that's what they offered to give us back, I took it, but I'm not going to go begging and crying for the rest of our money back over an absolutely just terrible job. So, but there you guys have all the full details. Nothing's been hidden. Comment down below, what would you do in this situation? I know we're just going to simply move forward and just make it aware of people that have had work done. You know, check your trucks and basically don't go there no more. That's my opinion. You don't have to listen to anything I do or say. You know, don't just take whatever, you know, I don't know how to put it. It's a hard way for me to put a video out here like this. I've never really done one before like this, where I've been in a situation where I had just terrible work done to my truck. So anyways, we're gonna make the best of it, have a fun weekend. We're just not gonna open the truck up. But comment down below what you guys do. Don't forget to go to brucewilsonshop.com. Grab your merch, hats, t-shirts. We sold out of a lot of stuff. We've had another order put in. We'll have more shirts in about a week. So we were shipping orders out same day. Now we're gonna be about 4 to 5 days until next week. Then we'll be back to same day shipping again. But you have like 4 days left to get entered to win that little Cabover, guys. So go get entered. Every person on the website gets you entered to win the RC Cabover and the trailer. Forgot about that boy. So see you guys at the truck show this weekend. Peace.